Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Terry Family Adventures. Today I'm ripping it up, and we're going to work on some Aragonite. Show you how to do it.
Terry Family Adventures.
Alright, folks, we're going to take this raw piece of Aragonite here, and we're going to show you how to make it into pieces like this. These are some necklaces that I'm going to be making. I like this one, it's all crystal shaped. I'll show you how it's done. So we've got our piece of Aragonite here, and this is obviously too thick to really work with. We're going to cut it in half. We've got our vise, and I've got these pieces of leather that I've just cut from an old belt that I'm going to use to protect it. We're going to stick it in here. Now, Aragonite is softer than steel, so we're going to use, as long as we have something that will cut through steel, it will work out for us. And so I'm going to take this, and we're going to just, make a line, just a little groove enough that our saw will get started. A little bit of water goes a long way with Aragonite, so I got this little tub of water here. Just put a couple drops on there, it doesn't take a whole lot. And now we've got a nice groove where we're going to cut it. So I'm just going to use a hacksaw. I did one of those pieces with a wood rip saw that worked out. And so we're just going to cut us off a nice thin piece so that we can work with it. So at this point, where there's a groove, a gap where we've sawed it out, you don't want to have the gap down in the vise. You're just going to squish it together, and it's going to break your rock. So you kind of want to move it around so that you're not sawing directly into the vise. So you want to keep it up out of the vise. And so now we're going to move our rock. You also want to make sure that you keep the blade, it's not so much that it needs to be wet, so much as we're trying to keep it cool, because you can literally melt the teeth off of this blade by getting it too hot from the friction of cutting through rock. So All right, well, you're just gonna have to accept the fact that at the very end, the last little bit's gonna break through. But we made it to that point. And so, yeah, that tiny little bit right there, that's all that broke. We got the rest of it pretty good, so let's get to shaping it. Let's give it a little clean, little wipe down here. And so we've got a rock here, and because we're going to make a necklace out of it, I'm going to drill a hole through it right here. And so we're going to clamp it down, and we're going to see about drilling a hole through it. Let's see how this goes. Easy, and I broke it. It's alright, we'll still be able to use this part. Although we kind of broke it through the previous part. It's alright, we'll still be able to make it pretty. So I've got these files, and just like with the hacksaw, this is softer than steel, and so anything that'll work steel will work this rock. And so we're gonna, this is a rough, it's like a rasp, and we're gonna get it into the right shape, and then we'll work it down. Alright, now that we've gotten it to the right shape, I'm going to leave the edges of this rough so that it looks like a rock, because I think it kind of adds to it, while I have the other ones that are completely smooth. So I'm going to leave this like this, and we're going to start the polishing process now. We've got it shaped up real good, and for that we're just going to switch to we have this file, and it's a much finer file, and we're just going to work on getting the file marks out of this one, and we'll just continue on the polishing process. So we'll start with this finer file, and I'll keep you updated. Alright, it's smooth now, but it's not very shiny, so we're gonna deal with that next. So our next step, some 1200 sandpaper. I should get the file marks out of it, and this is a wet sandpaper, so I'm gonna use a little bit of water on there. We've made it to a point where all the file marks are out of it, but it still isn't shiny yet. So we're gonna show you how to polish it. So I have this Velcro attachment for my drill here, and I've got some 3000 grit like foam sandy paper stuff that I got from a headlight restoration kit. I actually don't know anywhere else to get this stuff. If you do know where to get this stuff, go ahead and comment down below and let me know. And you're also going to want some leather gloves. This nice furry buffer wheel, and we're going to use to go around all the edges and everything. I love Aragonite because you can kind of see through it. It shows off its really pretty colors when you hold it up to the light. But there's our stone. We're going to take and run the wire through it and make a necklace. And that's how you work a piece of Aragonite. It's super easy. It didn't take very long. I think the entire recording time of this is an hour and a half. Thank you for watching. Want to see the video where we got the Aragonite from? Click on that right there. And don't forget to click right there and subscribe to our channel.